That's the way mine were. I had a girl first and a boy second. Well, it's easier just because you don't get quite as excited about everything. You know, you don't get paranoid about the dirt on the floor or the pacifier falling out.
I don't know.
Whether they eat or sleep, you just don't get it.
It might have been.
You know, you're a little more relaxed. And hope that they'll be sleepers. My second one was the best sleeper. My first one was not needed, but the second one was wonderful. Yeah. So I hope that for you.
Yeah, me too.
Yep, but they're all different. They're all interesting little people.
Yeah.
We're missing something. I think we're waiting for that for Lisa.
One more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope she comes.
I just had a chance
Okay.
I just want
We're having, I saw the one for Mayor. We're having another one of these tomorrow in Whipple. It won't be like this because there's so many of them. They'll actually ask questions.
Good evening.
Later, but I'll get to see them all.
I'm Libby Slacky of the League of Women Voters, and I would like to welcome all of you to tonight's forum. First, a commercial for the League of Women Voters. The League is a nonprofit, volunteer, political organization which neither supports nor opposes any candidate or political party. The League encourages citizen participation in government and is open to any citizen 16 years or older. This forum is part of our voter education efforts to help voters make informed decisions for the upcoming elections. We hope that over the course of this program, you will learn more about the candidates and what they hope to do for our city. Tonight, we welcome two candidates running for an at-large seat on the Cedar Rapids City Council, Damian Epps and Tyler Olson. Lisa Kuzela was invited. We did not hear that she wasn't coming.
On her way in.
Oh, she's on her way in. Wonderful. Lisa, yay. Come on in.
Where do you want my dad to sit?
Where?
Any of the tables?
Yeah.
Maybe she'll take care of you. Thank you.
So tonight we welcome the three candidates running for an at-large seat on the Cedar Rapids City Council. Damian Epps, Lisa Kuzela, and Tyler Olson. Now our format tonight is a bit different from past year's forums, and we welcome your feedback at the end of the program. Each candidate will have 2 minutes for an opening statement. We have timers who are chugging their water as we speak, taking their job seriously. So each candidate will have 2 minutes for an opening statement. And candidates, I would just make sure that you're aware that we have timers here and watch their paddles as they count down the time for you, so you won't have to worry about looking at your watch. Then following the opening statements, the candidates will join you, the members of the audience, at your tables. There'll be one candidate per table. And you'll have 15 minutes to engage candidates in conversation with the questions of your choice. There are league members at each table to help facilitate the questions. So after each candidate has rotated to the 3 tables, then they will come to the front and sit at the front table again. At that point, I will ask 4 different questions, if we have time for 1 question at a time. And all 4 candidates will get to answer before I move on to the next question. Responses to those questions are limited to 1 minute. If any candidate would like to respond or rebut another candidate's answer, would you just give me a signal by holding up your finger, preferably this finger? And then I will call on you when the last person has answered the question. Each candidate is limited to 2 rebuttals for the evening, so don't squander them. Candidates will confine their statements and responses to relevant issues and refrain from personal attacks. This forum is being recorded tonight by Robin Cash of Neighborhood Network News and will be available to watch at lwvlinncounty.org and Robin Cash's website for neighborhood news. That's www.neighborhoodnetworknews.com. Pro Video is also live streaming this event on the Pro Video Productions Facebook page. And our league will also tweet the information and have the link on our Facebook page as well. I would ask that all people use your best manners, turn your cell phones off, and if at any time during the forum you cannot hear, please indicate so and we'll work with the mics or whatever. We request that you treat all candidates fairly, and likewise, candidates, we request that you treat each other fairly. We ask that you in the audience would remain quiet during the forum with no clapping or cheering or calling out until the end of the closing statement, then you may applaud. And we're trying to maintain just some level of civility here, and I know that you all appreciate that. You are encouraged to submit questions for the candidates on the pieces of paper provided. And the questions must be addressed to all the candidates and must apply to issues or qualifications for their particular office. If you need another paper, just raise your hand and a league member will bring one to you. And at the end, I will read as many questions as time allows. Sometimes similar questions get combined. So are there any questions from the audience or the candidates? League members, yes.
The questions at the table, we did put papers out so that you can write your question down if you would like to. But when the candidate is at your table, there are league members there, they'll recognize you, and then you go ahead and you can read it from your paper, but you will actually ask the question yourself.
Great. Okay, candidates ready? Okay, we will start with opening statements. Doing this alphabetically. Damian, you'll go first. You have 2 minutes. Thank you, Lisa.
Hold on. Oh, no, that doesn't do it. It should be there. I think it's good.
It's on.
Okay.
So giving a Baptist preacher 2 minutes, that sounds like fun. My name is Damian Miguel Epps. I'm a native of New Orleans, Louisiana. Spent my first 18 years in New Orleans, the next 18 years in Bay Area, California, and now here as a proud Cedar Rapidian in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. I've been the pastor of Mount Zion for 9 years and looking forward to a glorious and blessed future. I have felt the call of God on my life beyond the pulpit to work in the community and work with the city. I've worked with several elections, with the Hillary Clinton election as well as Barack Obama, and have had an opportunity to interact in the community with police force, with Foundation 2, and with other elementary schools. And so I'm looking forward to seeing what the future holds for us here in Cedar Rapids. I'm running for city council, not as a politician, but as a servant leader. I believe that we need more servant leaders on the council and in our community. And with servant leadership, I believe that we can help make a difference.
Lisa's next.
Hi, I'm Lisa Kuzela. I'm a graduate from LaSalle High School and went to Kirkwood Community College for a couple trimesters. Yes, that's how old I am. It was back when there were trimesters. And then I graduated from Brigham Young University with a degree, bachelor's degree in social sciences with actually emphasis on psychology, and then mathematics as a minor in secondary education, certification with that. I've taught high school math and college math, and I've been a behavioral therapist for children with autism. Most recently, I worked at Abbey Mental Health Center and was a transitional living specialist for adults with mental illness. I have a great deal of passion toward helping individuals. I've been involved with state and federal politics for years and years, but it was the 2008 flood that brought me into city politics. And I've been entrenched ever since on in so many different facets in terms of the budget, rules and regulations and so forth, and fighting for civil rights. So I look forward to your questions tonight. Thank you.
Tyler Olson.
Thank you. Good evening to everyone. Thanks for coming. It's always good to see folks that are engaged and interested in the community. Thanks to the League of Women Voters for having us and letting us have a chance to talk with folks and answer questions. I'm Tyler Olson. I was born and raised here in Cedar Rapids. I now help lead a small business on the west side, construction and solar, so very into renewable energy in the environment. I think the city's made a lot of progress since 2008. Lisa mentioned in particular the flood of 2008. And I think now is really a time when we need experienced, trusted leadership to make sure that everyone is included in the success that the city has had. I want to bring my unique mix of private sector and public sector leadership and experience. I served for 8 years in the Iowa legislature in order to make sure that we meet the opportunities that we have, grab the opportunities that we have, and also overcome some of the challenges that we face as a community. I think we need to do the basics the best. We need to make sure that we have the best infrastructure, roads, stormwater infrastructure is a problem or an issue in a lot of parts of the communities. That strong foundation, I think, allows everyone that wants to build their lives here, to build their businesses here. I think we need to get moving quicker with flood protection. While I was in the legislature, I helped secure hundreds of millions of dollars to get flood protection started. We've been waiting on the federal government to chip in. I think that's probably not going to happen quickly. And so we really need to get going, identify a local match, and get started. I believe that cities that are going to thrive over the next 10 years are going to be ones that are inclusive, welcoming, connected to their natural resources, and really provide a place where citizens can engage with their local leaders. That's the city I want to build, and that's why I'm running for city council.
Thank you. If you want to turn that microphone off, Tyler, thank you. Now the three candidates will join you at the tables. They are not pre-assigned, but just know that after 15 minutes, the candidates will move, and after a second 15 minutes, the candidates will move again. So all of you stay seated. Candidates, I invite you to pick a table, and well, I guess you'll be escorted to a table.
Will you just